There is an ongoing legal battle on maps with potential to affect who represents you in Madison. Legislative districts need to be redrawn by law, but at issue is who gets to decide what's a fair map and what isn't.
In a state where Republicans control more than 60% of the legislature, Jason Calvi tells us the Wisconsin Supreme Court heard oral arguments on this high-stakes case on legislative maps.
All right.
For the first time since 1964, the Wisconsin Supreme Court weighs redistricting.
It's undisputed in this litigation that the governor's maps make the least changes.
The justices in the fall said they'd use new maps with the least change from the current maps drawn by Republicans a decade ago.
It seems to me that our decision said we want maps that comply with the law. And I didn't see any argument from any party that the governor's maps or other maps would be struck down as violating the Wisconsin Constitution if a case came before us.
Various groups submitted proposed maps, including the Republican-controlled legislature, Democratic Governor Tony Evers, Democratic and Republican lawmakers, and other groups.
The legislature's map represents the partisan policy choices of Republican legislators, and it does not adhere to least change, so it should not be chosen by the court.
The legislature's position is that the governor and block plans are illegal. They violate the United States Constitution because they are racial gerrymanders.
The once-a-decade census leads to once-a-decade redistricting, using the new population numbers to create new legislative maps.
Ever since the 60s, when the U.S. Supreme Court ruled on the principle of one person, one vote, all districts have to be very, very close to each other in terms of the number of people. But they can slice it any way they want to based on neighborhoods and municipalities.
The Supreme Court decision is expected in the coming weeks, and the clock really is ticking. Every assembly seat and a portion of state Senate seats are up for grabs this fall. In Brookfield, Jason Calvi, FOX 6 News.
Now, it's important to note this state Supreme Court decision might not be the end of the redistricting fights. Another lawsuit is pending in federal courts as well.